My stamina for this type of fight just really was draining. And he gave me a hug. I don't know, the hug just fed me. It started to kind of quell my spirit, kind of lift my vibration. We just stayed in that embrace. And it gave me such life. It gave me life. I felt like I had the strength to get back in and fight again. We men and we women, we need one another. You know, men also need the soft caress of a woman.
During a near-death experience, I realized there's a lot more to life than we previously thought. Now, I dedicate my life to waking people up to love. Love each other. Most importantly, love yourself.
You want to respect me.
It took dying to learn how to live. I'm TonyaTko. Welcome.
Previously on the Displacement for the Dream Diaries. So they then gave me some shortcut to get off the highway on Crenshaw. All right, now that's where Venus and Serena Williams' sister was killed on Crenshaw, murdered. So I'm driving, minding my own business, and I hear some music, and they was like playing music, looking. I like a little accent of blue, like blue, 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 right? The police had like this Latino guy gift up on the side of the car. Where the hell am I? I ain't about this life. I ain't about this life. Hello, knockouts. I couldn't wait to come out and talk with you all this morning. Guess who got up at 6 o'clock in the morning? And guess who is out and about on her grind early? So me, I'm excited about that. Like last night I got to go to sleep early. I put in my earplugs and and I put my eye covers over my eye, and I was able to sleep. I was able to get to sleep. I was able to sleep early, and I'm feeling happy, and I'm feeling lucky, and I'm feeling blessed about that. So thank goodness for that. How do I do this now? Let's see. How do I get this on? I'm feeling happy and lucky and blessed about that. So I'm on my way to the gym in Hollywood again today. I don't know. The Hollywood gym is not very friendly. It's like it's much different than the other gym that I was going to in the other location. Because I don't know, like in the other gym they have like TVs and they have like people are talking to one another. In this Hollywood gym, people they're so like I don't know, they're regimented. I don't know if regimented is the right word, but they're like really on it. They're not playing games in this Hollywood gym. I haven't. What else do I have to wear? Let's see if this one is clean. All right, this one smells a little better. But I want to put on something different. So you know what? I'll put on this shirt and work out in this one. I wanted you guys to see just how beautiful it is out here as I'm driving. So you can listen to the story as I'm driving. I had to look at reality TV in order to be able to put the teaser in the front, put the teaser in the back. And there's still some components of reality TV that I don't put in. Like they have like interviews in reality TV. I just don't have the crew and the staff to be doing interviews and commentary. But that stuff makes for good TV. As we go along, you know, and I continue to hone and create my craft, you know, I'm going to continue to look for different ways to make my videos more engaging, more exciting, more this, more that, right? And so I'm happy that you guys came along for the journey with me. There's also some stuff that I want to tell you about what happened last night. Like, you know, it's really cool where I'm staying. I'm happy to be indoors. I'm happy to be outside of the car. But for some reason, the quality of sleep is just not the same. We're passing by Hollywood Boulevard right now. If you look on the sidewalks, you should be able to see red stars. Look really cool. Let me see if I can lift this camera off of here so you guys can see. Okay, do you see like red stars on the ground? Okay, so we're passing by the Walk of Fame right now. Oops! Sorry, the thing snapped off. We're passing by the Hollywood Walk of Fame right now. So if you take a look, you'll be able to see some of the famous sites in Los Angeles. We're going to be passing by the Kodak Theater, the Hard Rock Cafe. We should be passing by the Chinese Theater as well. And the Chinese Theater is where they have all of the people with their footprints and handprints down on the ground inside there. So that's what we're passing by. Like right now inside there, I think this is, let me take this off so you can see. Inside there is where they have the hands. You can't see because they have the thing up right now. But inside there is where they have the hands and the feet on the ground, where the people put their hands inside the concrete, etc. So that's one thing that I don't know where everything is. I probably need to do a tourist thing myself. This is another famous mall down here on the Hollywood Boulevard. Boys and girls, listen, I do not know. So don't quote me on anything. I mean, I know that this is a famous place we're passing by, so that's the most that I know. And so let me pull over so we could talk real quick, right? Okay, there's a few different things that I wanted to talk with you all about. One, I wanted to talk about this whole idea that, okay, so I go to the gym. I'm like, who are the movers and shakers inside the gym? There could be decision makers, producers, there could be writers, there could be all types of people, television people, all of these people. Let me make sure my doors are locked. There's some interesting characters walking around. I'm not going to put the camera on them, but this is Hollywood, and they do call it Hollyweird for a reason. And there could be movers and shakers all around you, but you just may not know who they are because you don't know what they look like. It is important to keep yourself in the right place at the right time and around people who are doing what it is that you want to do, who can make decisions on what it is that you are doing and want to do and want to continue doing. All right. Another thing is, remember I talked about watching reality TV and kind of mimicking some of the tactics. I don't have the full budget and all that other stuff to do the gamut, like with the interviews. And I was thinking to myself, oh my goodness, it's like I don't have the production set up because we're doing really quick turnaround because I'm shooting, editing, and then getting the videos up. Right now we're a few days behind, but I'm going to do what I need to do to kind of catch up. I'm going into the editing bays early today. I'm going to try to knock out a few different videos so that way I can kind of get caught up to the day because we're running behind schedule right now. But there's a discipline to creating a series because I just want to publish everything right now. But there's a discipline to publishing on schedule and continuing to publish. So this is what I can say to other people. If there's, because I don't like reality TV. I don't watch it. I think it's kind of trashy. It's like blah, blah, blah. But they have a formula that works. And so if there's something that you want to do, get familiar with that craft. I had to get familiar with reality TV. And so also if I want to have a talk show, I need to get familiar with other people's talk shows. I need to, let me make sure I got oil on my lips. I'm feeling a little dry. I need to make sure, yes, this is olive oil. People keep asking me what it is that I'm using. I'm just using straight olive oil, but the purest form that I can. And this is organic and unfiltered. So you want to get something that's cold pressed, unfiltered, something that still smells like olives. You don't want anything refined. You want those natural fatty acids to be able to help heal your skin. So then nonetheless, so I had to watch reality TV and I had to become familiar with the techniques. And so I need to watch talk shows and I need to become familiar with what it is that they do. What's the formula? How is it that they're able to shoot their talk show every day? I wanted to talk a little bit about the place that I'm staying, right? I've been kind of using, ambiguous pronouns, but the person who allowed me to stay in their home is male. And so, there was something about my intuition that just was like, okay, this is an okay thing to do. There have been other people who have invited me to stay in their homes, and I just, my intuitive antennas was like, it was like, no. It's like if I try to do something that my intuition does not want me to do, I feel it on the inside. I'm one of those people that's highly intuitive and highly in tune with myself. And when I try to make a decision that's not in alignment with the goal that I've set, who it is that I want to be, or what's in my highest good or the greater good of all people involved. If I try to do something like that, my thing on the inside is like, it's like I feel like this grating feeling. It feels like, like when you go to grate coconut, it feels like that is rubbing across like my loins. I feel like a friction. So then I just don't go and don't go and do those things. All right. So I'm staying in the home of this guy, and he's right at the foothills of the Hollywood Hills. And it's a great location. You see how quickly it took me to get to Hollywood Boulevard. It's a great location. It's amazing. But for some reason I'm having some difficulty sleeping. Like I'm still sleeping on alert. Like I'm still sleeping on alert. I figured out a routine and a method. So I don't shower inside the house. I'm gonna get dressed and come right to the gym to work out and then shower there. That way I can stay on my workout grind. But this is something that I wanted to say. Sorry, I'm so bosomy in the camera. Oh, they're still there. I guess there's some big bosoms. Okay, so this life, the way this country is set up with the aggression and the might is right and the competition and just the way this country is set up, it's difficult. This is not the type of land made for women, and not women on their own. So definitely I've been really feeling it being single. It's difficult because I'm so soft and I'm so feminine and just so really rested in my feminine that it's difficult sometimes. And then it's hard having to volley back and forth between, like, for Black women especially, it's hard because there's so many different components that comes along with being Black in this country, and that also come along with being female. So it's hard to kind of balance both at the same time, to volley between, having your masculine raised and then also resting in your femininity. It's like they're conflictual. So it's like really trying to navigate through this displacement is really difficult. And and I have an associate here, Bond, who helps me get my testosterone boost. But Bond has been kind of in his own world dealing with some issues that he's having, and so I haven't had a chance to see him. And so I've been really, like yesterday, I was really kind of in a funk, just really draining down, like my stamina for this type of fight just really was draining. And so what I decided to do was, the guy whose place I'm staying in, I decided to ask him for a hug yesterday. And he gave me a hug, and I stayed in that hug until I felt, I don't know, the hug just fed me. And then I asked for another one because the first one just, it started to kind of quell my spirit, kind of lift my vibration. But I asked for another one, and the second one we just stayed in that embrace, and it gave me such life. It gave me life, and it was like I felt like my soul was nutrated. I know these ain't words, but I felt like my soul, my spirit, my energy. I felt like I had the strength to get back in and fight again. We men and we women, we need one another, and we need each other for different reasons and for different things. And it's like me, how I need this testosterone to really help me continue to push on. Men also need the soft caress of a woman. Not that we were caressing and all of that, because I don't want to send no mixed signals and have no blurred lines. But we did stay in an embrace for some moments, and that really energized, empowered me. I don't know if it did anything for him, because I was really only concentrating on absorbing at that moment. But I guess, if there was someone who came to me and needed a hug, I could concentrate on energizing outward. Listen, I know I'm not using real words, but I could concentrate on energizing outward, so that I can, cover them in my feminine energy as well, so that they can feel the nutritive healing of feminine energy. So So it's difficult being in this process single, and it definitely just it personifies, it brings to the forefront the fact that I really need to get in relationship with a counterpart. You know, it's cool being single and doing this on my own because I learn a lot about myself. Okay, so my memory card got full, and I'm going to ask you guys this question, and I'm going to wrap up the video really quickly. Is it just me, or do other people experience this too? If I don't listen to my intuition, if I don't listen to my internal guiding, if I don't listen to that voice inside my head that's like, go in this direction, do this, that bad things start to happen. Does that happen to anybody else? Like, things will happen to force me to do that. Like, I've been having the feeling on the inside that I need to get a new memory card for my camera. And I was like, I really don't want to do it. I mean, I can get the memory card complimentarily on Amazon if I use the American Express points that I have from the Platinum card that I used to use. But I was just kind of pushing it off. But then yesterday I went and I lost the memory card from my computer, from my laptop. So I use external memory for my laptop because I have a Surface, and the Surface doesn't have much memory on the inside. So I was using an external one, and then it got lost. Can't find it. And so it's like, if I would have gotten the memory card that I had been feeling intuitively that I should have gotten, that would have never happened. I would still have the memory card for my computer. I wouldn't have lost my files. And so it's like, people don't really seem to understand why it is that I listen intently to my intuition and to my internal guiding. And it's because if I don't, not only will it not feel right on the inside, but then things will start to happen that'll force me to listen to it anyway. And so, I don't know. So I just have to relax into where it is that I'm being guided. But what I was saying before the card filled up was that in this life, we need one another, and it's difficult. This process is difficult for a single woman, and I realize how important it is to be in partnership with a person who is in this with you, and also you're in it with them. You're helping to usher them, and they're helping to usher you. That's why it's really important that you choose wisely, that you choose a person who will roll up their sleeves and roll up their pant legs and really dive into this journey with you and be your partner, and you be theirs. So it's important that we choose wisely. People are like, oh, Tonya, you're not married, you're a failure or whatever. It's like people would rather you be divorced and having failed. No. I don't want to use the word fail. People would rather you be divorced than having not made the choice to get married in the first place. And for me, I know that if I had married any of the people that I had been tempted to in the past, that I would be divorced right now. I wouldn't have been happy. I wouldn't be the woman that I am today. And so, I've taken the time to choose wisely. It's like sometimes we go into a situation and we just continue to go in, even though we know that it's not a good fit. It doesn't feel right. You don't really feel like this person is in it with you. And you don't feel like you could really be there for that person, which is an important thing. If you feel like you cannot love a person in the way that they want to be loved, and if you feel like you will not be able to be loved by a person in the way that you need to be loved, and you still go all in, you still continue going in, it's like, you know where it's going to lead. You know where it's going to lead when you ignore the ESWAPs, the early warning signs of potential problems. There are women out there, and even now some men who are talking about, I don't need a man, and men who are going their own way, and all I can say is we need one another. I will never be the person to sit up there and say that we don't need counterparts, because we do. And dealing with this situation on my own is helping to strengthen me in a way that I would not have been able to be sharpened and strengthened otherwise. And I know that this is leading me in a direction that I've been wanting to go. There's something about this that is helping me become the woman I've wanted to be. So, I'm trusting in the process. However, I still do recognize that I do need a partner, and I am open, and I want to remain open for that type of long-term committed monogamous relationship to enter my life. And you know, there are temptations along the way that can derail you. However, I'm staying fast to the course. I'm staying the course. And so let's talk in the next video. I want to get inside this gym. Hug me. Hug me, hug me, hug me. I can't get close enough with this steering wheel here. Hug me. Let's go like this. Okay. I love you guys so much. Go out there and love one another. But most importantly, what? That's right. Love yourself. And part of loving yourself is acknowledging when a relationship is right for you, when a relationship is not right for you, and doing the things necessary to make yourself happy. Loving yourself is caring for yourself and listening to your internal guiding, your internal intuition. Loving yourself is listening to yourself. So TonyaTko, on that note, I'm out. Peace. Next time on the Displacement for the Dream Diaries. It's how we see the world that the world appears, and that the world is as we see it. This place right here, this town right here, this town creates and determines the vision and the view of America to the world, and even to America. Everything is determined right here on these soils, in these buildings, inside these houses. We don't see the world as the world is. We see the world as we are. There's an energy to Hollywood. La La Land. I'm not leaving LA. LA grew too much for the man. I'm gonna find something in LA which is right for me. He couldn't make it out. La La Land. Why is Tonya singing? Has she had a mental breakdown, or is she just breaking it down? Find out on the next Displacement for the Dream Diaries, Day 41.